Well, hello YouTubers. Well, today's troubles brings us back to a 2000 Expedition. It has a 4.6 V8 engine in it. And I know a lot of these have 5.4, but this is one of the smaller engine. It has the full tow package and all that. It's got 200 and, 30 or 40,000 miles. Motor sounds great. Been well taken care of. Now, the issue that we have with it is when you come up to a light, it stalls and sputters, and it sounds like you're trying to take off in third gear. You can hear the valves rattling in the engine, and it's making some god-awful noise. It just started it out of the blue. I've had my code reader hooked up to it, and I don't have any codes. Of course, this particular code reader, let me jump in here. This particular code reader I got right here does not read transmission codes that I know of. So I did some research online, and let me show you what I found. I'm going to go ahead and start this up, and we'll show you the stalling. Hopefully you can see the light. The sun is right in my camera, so it's kind of hard to adjust it. So there it is. Idling, it's fine. Now, if I put it in reverse, absolutely nothing. I mean, it's just perfect. Idles, I can give it gas. Doesn't stall. Now, put neutral. Idle's pretty good. Not too bad. Now, as soon as I drop in gear, it'll either surge or stall. Stalls. Start back up. Alright, we'll put it in reverse. Give it lots of gas. No problem whatsoever. Smooth as a baby's butt. Neutral. Idling pretty good. Give it some gas. Idling looks like it should. As soon as I drop it back down and drive, well, seen all these forums online, blah, 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 change all this stuff out here on the engine, your air control, idler, speed, bearings, whatever. Of course, I'm just joking. They tell you to change all this stuff. The problem is, it's not up here. Now, I did have my code reader hooked up earlier, and I got a P401 and a P402, which was EGR and all that. The car ran fine even when I had those codes. They would intermittently come on and come off. So what it turns out to be, the problem is not up here. The problem is down there. It's in the transmission. Either two things are going on. Torque converter is bad, or the TCC, the torque converter control solenoid, is bad. When you put it in gear, the torque converter solenoid is not adjusting the fluid, and it's keeping the torque converter kind of locked and wants to, it's kind of like taking off on a force in a standard car. When you let off on the clutch, it's kind of doing that with the torque converter locking up much quicker than it should. And a couple of times when I was in gear giving it gas, you can actually hear the engine, the valves rattling a little bit before it stalled. So I know the transmission, there's something going on down there. So don't go ripping all this apart. Do this first. Get inside the car, the SUV, I should say. Start it up. Find my key. All right, if you put it in reverse, doesn't stall. You put it neutral, no problem. Back down and drive. See it surging? You hear those valves out there trying to rattle? That, my friend, is in the transmission. So I've got to determine if it's either a solenoid in the transmission, which is pretty easy to change on this one, or if I'm going to have to drop the transmission and get another torque converter. So more than likely, if it doesn't stall in reverse, I would probably say it's probably the solenoid, because if it's stalled in reverse and drive, it's probably the torque converter, because it's more than likely a bigger issue there causing that engine to do that. But the solenoid could be the problem. But I'm going to go ahead and dive into this, do some research, and perhaps pull this transmission pan off and look at that. But once I find out what's going on, I will let you guys know, and I will make another video, okay? So just so you know, don't go messing with the top of this. It's not, you're just going to throw your money away. Go underneath and check that transmission first and see what's going on. Perhaps get you a transmission reader, or perhaps get you a something that will read those transmission codes. I'm going to see if I can find one, and maybe I can read the transmission codes and find out exactly what's going on with it. So there you go. All right, I'll give you guys an update when I find out the issue. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this advice will help you guys out a little bit. By the way, this is my neighbor's car. I've become the neighborhood mechanic. Don't let people see you working on vehicles. They will stop and ask you to work on vehicles. And you might make a little money at it if you're into it. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Good luck.